Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Entrepreneur Chat series. It really is something I started to help give back to everybody in our LinkedIn followership so that they could hear the tips, the insights, the nuggets about how to build a business ethically, and grow it to whatever your outcomes and results and dreams are. So all my guests have come from all backgrounds, all variety of businesses. And today we have a wonderful guy over from living in Belgium, I believe, Maurice. Hello.
It's true. Hello. Hello, Susan.
Hello. Lovely to see you and have you on. So let me explain about Maurice. Maurice, after completing his master's degree in economics at the University of Maastricht in the Netherlands, Maurice set off traveling the world to answer two questions of himself. Who am I? And how do other people see me? I think these are very profound questions. I really do. And all was recorded in journals, which I'm sure will manifest as a book one of these days, Maurice. Yeah. On returning from the travels, Maurice started to work for the Speakers Bureau, where he met many inspiring people such as George Clooney, Randi Zuckerberg, President Clinton, Hillary Clinton, to name a few. Early in 2019, Maurice launched his own company, bookingworldspeakers.com, after working with an IT team in Belgium, building the first global speakers and event community platform that will answer all problems and challenges for speakers and organizers that are facing today. Maurice's mission is to empower purpose-driven speakers and connect them to global experts to make the world a better place. So I really, really love your mission and welcome.
Thank you so much, Susan. And of course, it was and still is a hell of a journey. Well, what I experienced at this time in this lockdown, of course, where most people think, okay, they are having a little bit of fear of what is coming. I'm a little bit happy about what's happening, and I believe you too. Huh?
Yes.
we spoke together. We know a bit about our own life story, and it's beautiful to see. And we were talking about that the world is getting smaller.
Absolutely.
And I hope more and more people are starting to open themselves. That's what I mean. Yeah.
That's
so
wonderful.
happy to have you. I'm still trying to be the host, but you are the host. So
it doesn't matter.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. This is just a chat. Nothing has to be. It's the natural flow, and that's why I wanted to do these short chats that people can really get insights into your life as to see how you've grown your business. And the first question I want to jump into, I truly believe that there is an art to personal leadership, like your winning success formula for growing your business. And I appreciate, like you said, it's a journey. With all of us, it's a journey, it really is. But what would you say are 2 or 3 of the best insights that have supported you on your journey?
I think, first of all, connect with your own life story. You learn a lot from your own life story, and people. This is a standstill for a lot of people, but connect with back. What's your really value? What's your really passion? Listen to your feeling, and most people forgot that, to listen to their own feeling. And it's not only listen to the feeling, but also do what you feel. And just speak it out. Be breakable. Take that risk. So that was my first lesson for myself when I woke up. I think it was the last crisis in 2018. You've been working in the speaking and event industry for such a long time. And at that time, a lot of American speakers were knocking on our speakers bureau. And sure. they asked me, can you please promote me in Europe? Because I would love to speak in Europe. And I had that one question. What is your personal mission? And I also asked the speakers bureaus and management bureaus, what is the personal mission of your speaker? Tell me more, just in a few lines. And that made me sick. The answers were coming up. That's a good question, Maurice. they said, and silence. Second, at the end of the year, I want to have so many gigs through your agency. I said, that's not a personal mission. No. And third answer was, I will send you my bio and my fee. And that woke me up. I said, can I still live in this industry? Or do I step one back and create something that is more bringing more humanity into this whole world? Because the only thing what I also did when I was traveling as a backpacker 20 years ago is meeting people and see and connect people, because life is very short, and you can help each other and care for each other more than ever before, because we are linked on LinkedIn also. But it's more like, okay, do you care for other people? And that was my conclusion in this lockdown. That was my first conclusion in my lockdown. Nice. I think my second insight is when my first son was born. I really looked into, that was in 2010. He just turned 10 last week. And I thought, I see myself in him.
Wow.
I see myself so friendly. Don't want to be arrogant, but very social, always caring for other people. And for me, it had to stop that I was trying to help everyone, because it's very, it's impossible to help everyone.
Correct.
But you can help a bunch of people, and they can help each other, and they can help each other, and you can help each other. So that's the world where I want to live in, Susan.
Nice. I like those insights, and it's lovely that you brought your son, and congratulations. I know we spoke a while ago and it was his birthday, and it's wonderful to see life rolling out in their eyes if we have children. It is very special. The second thing I want to ask you is that I believe entrepreneurs, people that start their own business or, work at a very high level within organizations, definitely think differently, whether that's through growth, professional development, whatever, or act differently, do differently. So what would you say two of your values have been along your journey?
I always, I've been always looking and getting knowledge from my speakers from all over the world, of course. But it starts with believing in yourself. I think the first step is belief and trust. Have confidence. Build your confidence. And I always say, when you can never do that alone. You need the right people around you. And I think a lot of people are surrounded by negative people. You cannot do that. Please don't do that. And it could be your parents.
No.
Right? My life, it's my parents. And they grew up with another background. But at a certain time, you really must choose for yourself. You just choose again, coming back to that feeling. What you feel is who you become. Yeah. What you feel is who you become. And when you share your humanity, who you really are, you really make a conclusion that you are on the right path. You feel a lot more, getting more energy in, and you're connecting with the right people.
Yeah, you attract the right people.
You attract the right people. So I think trust, confidence, just go what you feel and do where you're passionate about.
Nice. I like those. The other thing that I believe, everybody has the potential to be extraordinary or to grow into their greatness. I really, really do. And I just wanted to ask you, what would be two areas that you think people could master even better to be more of the humanity, like you said, or to be more authentic? What would be two areas?
I'm because I've been living in the speaking event industry. I'm connected with a lot of I'm connected with education. I'm connecting with motivation, leadership, sustainability, climate change, you name it. And I see the problems in the world are everywhere the same.
Mm-hmm.
The problems are everywhere the same. And I feel like we are sort of like identity crisis. And that's on a personal level and organizational level. And personal level is, okay, organization level is, organization consists of people. So we must start on personal level. People are not happy anymore. What they do for jobs, so they don't know what they do, and they really are looking for themselves. So we really focus on that. And when I look with my children and now in this lockdown, do what you like to do. Do what you like to do. And okay, you can be structured by the whole educational system, but life is a journey. Life is, you can learn every day. Even your children. I love to include my children in what I learn and what I like to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is, I always say that line: communication is the problem and the solution of everything. Communication is a problem and solution of everything. I think I believe in that, because when you start to communicate, and that is not on social media, that's face to face, and communication starts with listening, and people forget to listen. They only sending, and most of them, they send because to get money in. So in the speaking industry, I don't like the word professional speaker, because for me it feels when you are speaking for money, and not to add value to other people in society.
Nice. I like that. Yes. And I love the fact that we all need to be listeners first before we do any kind of communication. I think that's a very clear distinction that maybe speakers need to even realize, you know, whether we speak at a work event or whether you speak in a group meeting, you know, or a family meeting. Listen, give people the presence to be in that space and listen first. And that's where that great quote came from: seek to understand before you are understood, which is one of my favorite, sayings.
And it's the same what speakers on stage should do. It's not only the impact that you give to an audience. It's okay to open yourself to get the impact back and grow. Speaking is hard work.
Yeah.
But it starts with that mission. If you don't have a mission, please do something else.
I agree. You're not being authentic or vulnerable or open to learn yourself. I'm still growing. I'm still a student of life. You know, I've said this to you before, and I think we all need to be, because we can all still get the life lessons. Thank you for those. Those are great. Something that I'm very, very passionate about, and the more you get to know me, you'll love that, is what I call our circle of genius, our peer group, if you will, that, you know, and I know you're collecting well, you've already got it, but you're also growing it bigger. Tell us a little bit about your speaking events community. It's a community, you know, for speakers. And what would be a couple of things that why you put this together? What was the reason behind this?
Yeah, it started, of course, in 2008, during that crisis that I saw too many speakers do it for the money and not to add value. So, and at the moment, maybe everybody in the world wants to be a speaker, but before the lockdown, when it was a good business. And now what you see, I see the world divided into 3 groups. I really want to share that. And the left group is the establishment. And the establishment is not only the government, it's also the media, it's the financial industry, it's the people who are not thinking of a future, who want to control us and think only today and not tomorrow. And the other side of the group, of course, they like to see that beautiful new future where togetherness is more important than me world.
Yes.
It's more like we world. And it's not a country, it's a world. I sometimes use the word not human, but we must more be you woman. And WO stands for world.
Nice.
And I think we start to create movements in that right group.
Yes.
You have, for example, you talk about Tony Robbins' family. You have the Mind Valley family, and people like to be engaged with those kind of movements.
Yes, they do.
To learn every day. And the middle group is the biggest group still. It's the group in fear, who a big part of it is still listening to the establishment. So rules do that. And it's our task, I think, to get a part of that middle group into our group, into the group that's really focusing on a better future. And we can solve all the problems very easily when we work together. I believe in that. We cannot solve the problems when we do it alone, or we cannot solve the problems when we're only talking about it. Just get it done. Just get it done.
Get it done. I like that. You've got to do the do. And yeah, I mean, I'm on the same path as you. This is why I've started these series, these entrepreneur journey series. So together we can collaborate and achieve, you know, real, truly fulfillment, happiness, community, which is what you've done with your business, you know, where people can be real, can be authentic, open, like you said, be vulnerable, because vulnerability with men and women needs to come out. You know, a lot of people have been living a false life in many ways. And as you said, they've been in one of those groups you talked about, or the fear group. Let's shake all that off, and together we can move forward. So, you know, we're coming to almost the end of this chat, but at least this gives us an insight to your platform, your community of people that you're building. And you've got some amazing speakers, you know, on your book, so to speak, and I'm privileged that I'm going to be one of them. And it's just, we can help the world be a better place, you know, and I love your mission on that. So in closing, the last question that I want to ask you, we've all listened to podcasts, watch YouTubes, read books, you know, from any community. I know Mind Valley, obviously I know the Robbins World. What's one book that's influenced you either recently or way back when, that's helped you in your journey?
Yeah, I think of one. Maybe, of course, there are more, and I'm a person that's really connecting with experiences, yes, with life stories, with success stories, and what you see, of course, most successful people, most successful business people, have seen the ground, maybe deeper than the ground. I think who deeper you go, who higher you're going to be.
Yes.
And I love, of course, the life story of Starbucks. It's just with Howard Schultz. He went to Italy, and so that it's not only the coffee that you sell, it's the whole experience that you sell. And that's, in fact, that is also connected with bookingworldspeakers.com. And I don't want to sell bookingworldspeakers.com. I just want to show the world that we must more choose your story. People are connecting to stories. When you go there, you see the trailer, and that's most important, that we all have a connection with stories to tell, and everybody we can learn from each other's stories, even with the Howard Schultz. It's Onward, the title of that book.
It's a great book. Yeah.
Onward. Yeah. Yes. And I love that book. I love the person, how he went ups and downs and do something else, coming back to Starbucks. So for me, that was my first title that I had in mind. And to answer your question before, how can we make it easier for purpose-driven speakers to spread their story? And that's what I do on bookingworldspeakers.com. Save time, make it easier for them, and show event organizers from all over the world. Take your time, have a good deep insight of those speakers, because life starts with a mission, and a mission is adding value to the whole planet.
Wonderful. I love that. And obviously you mentioned the website where people can get hold of you in your conversation just then. And I truly believe we all have a story to tell through our ups, our downs. And by sharing that story, whether it's on a world stage through your platform, or whether it's one-to-one over a Zoom call like this, I think everything is relevant. Everything will give some support back to that other person or to an audience of 10,000. So I am with you on that one, Maurice, definitely, because I felt it, I've seen it, I've spoken on stages full of thousands of people, and you see how words, but the emotions connect as we know more, because the shifts happen. The shifts happen, whether it's one-to-one or, you know, on a bigger scale. You can actually see light bulb moments going off, the shifts happen, and people start getting back to them true core, their true self, to carry on their journey. So, you know, we have to bring this to an end right now. It's been a very interesting chat. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'm sure lots of our followership will enjoy it as well. So obviously, everybody listening, you will get the link when I post this on the LinkedIn post, and please go out to that website and see the amazing job that Maurice is doing, because he's really making a difference in the world. And I'm very grateful to you for having this chat with me. You know, so take care. Have a wonderful weekend with your family, whatever you're doing.
Thank you so much, Susan.